Hello there, it's Laughing Samurai, and I'm back again on my YouTube channel. Um, I've actually deleted all my previous SWTOR live videos, um, simply because I felt that I didn't really do a good job of them, and I was away from the game for quite some time, so I kind of lost the flow of things, and I've decided to restart my SWTOR live as a result of that. And I apologize for having to do this. This year hasn't actually been a very good year for me, but I believe things will pick up in time to come. So anyway, thank you for joining my SWTOR live, and I've decided to, like I said, I decided to restart this now. Before I restarted the series, I did explain to the people that were watching my SWTOR live that I really wanted to do this to introduce the Star Wars The Old Republic game to players that never played this game before, and also to reintroduce the game to those that are rejoining the game after a long period of time. I actually came back to the game about 2 years ago, or maybe 2.5 years ago, and I've been recording some of my videos, the storyline for all the characters, and put them into an entire web series. You can watch them on my YouTube channel, The Laughing Samurai, and so for the vanilla series, I've actually combined all the classes into one web series instead of doing like separate videos, like one whole folder of one whole playlist of Jedi Knight storyline and one whole playlist of Sith Warrior storyline. I've actually combined all the classes into one complete storyline, so you actually get to see how the stories of each class kind of overlaps one another, and so that's what I decided to do with the web series. So now for the SWTOR live series, what I aim to do is to, as I've said, sorry to repeat myself, to introduce the game to players that never played before, and to reintroduce to players that have just returned. I like to share with all the returning players some of the updates, some of the changes to the game, some of which I find very unpleasant, but we just have to live with them and enjoy the game as much as we can. So I've got my 8 characters. I've played all 8 classes, and today I'm going to create a brand new one, or in this case recreate a new character. I'm going to be playing the Jedi Knight again, and this time I would like to bring you through, especially for returning players, character creation. And so for those that used to play Star Wars back in the Old Republic back in 2011, you would see that right now the entire thing has been changed slightly. The graphics are different. The whole design, the whole layout is just different. But besides, what goes on here after you click create character, there are some changes to how you can actually how you want your character to be. So I'm going to start with the Galactic Republic, because I'm going to start off with the Jedi Knight, and you can see right now, I'm going to click Jedi Knight. Last time, you could, regardless of the class you played, you could only choose one subclass, and that means, for example, if you were the Jedi Knight, you could only be Guardian or Sentinel. But now you can actually be a Jedi Knight and also be a Sage or a Shadow. In fact, you could be a Jedi Knight and also be an assassin or a sorcerer. In the past, right, it was only Jedi Knights could be Guardian and Sentinels. Only Consulars could be Sage and Shadows. But now even Jedi Knights can be what was only restricted to Consulars or to the Shadow or to the Inquisitor or the Warrior. You could play these subclasses even as a Jedi Knight. They no longer call them subclasses; we call them styles, which to me is which is really silly, because it defeats the whole it just changes. It doesn't make sense to the Star Wars universe, if you ask me. But that's my opinion. Some other people might disagree. Hey, who cares, right? So anyway, I'm just going to play now. My first Jedi Knight was a Guardian, so this time I'm going to be a Sentinel. And of course, for those of you that played Star Wars back in 2011, or probably all the way up to 2015, you will notice that even for this later on, I'll show you the skills tree. It's really different now. And there are some abilities that are no longer available for the various classes, and there are certain skills that you can abilities you can no longer do. As in, last time you could have some of these abilities have been reshuffled, such that you have to have you got to play a certain skill set. You got to have a certain skill set to have that skill set. For example, if you were to play the sorcerer, the consular, for example, you can't have one kind of force power. I don't know how to explain it, because I'm trying to remember what. Basically, in the past, whatever skills you could have 3 skills all available for that one class. But now, basically, you have to choose between abilities. That means you could have ability A, but then you can't have ability B or C, right? And so you basically can't have the best of all worlds anymore. You've got to really choose, and basically that's how they've decided to make the game more challenging, where you also have to decide between your abilities. It's really complicated more complex from how it was before. But hey, anyway, okay. So back to character creation. Right now, what's different about character creation now is that, like I said, in the past, for a Jedi Knight, you could only choose between Guardian and Sentinel. But now you get to be a Jedi Knight Sorcerer, Jedi Knight Juggernaut. These subclasses that used to be available for only certain classes are now available for pretty much all the classes. Okay, so so I'm gonna go with Jedi Knight Sentinel, because my first Jedi Knight was a Guardian, and since my first Jedi Knight was male, also this time I'm going to go with a female Jedi Knight, and I'm going to go with a human female, and I'm going to name her. Let's see, what shall I name her? I shall name her Sika Ortesa. It's basically the reverse spelling of last time. I'm going to go with this body. Head, let's see. Eye color, one cosmetics, no cosmetics, hair. Probably go with Jason Wilson's here. Let's try number 20, shall we? I would like a Jason Wilson kind of hairstyle. Black hair. Does this look like Jason Wilson to you guys? Sorry guys, I'm just trying to find the right face, the Jason Wilson face. I think which one it is. It's probably this one. Well, who cares? You know what? I'm just gonna go with head number 2. No, it's... type 1, probably prefer a more petite body. Okay, skin color. Go with a darker skin tone. I think this would be good. There we go. So I've decided to start. What do you guys think about my Jedi
Welcome
Knight?
to Tython, Padawan. Everyone at the temple is looking forward to meeting you. Your former masters praise your combat skills. They say you're becoming an expert duelist.
It's easy to excel when you're trained by the best.
The Jedi Council will assign you a new master to oversee your final trials. You'll be tested in ways you can't imagine. But when you leave Tython, you'll know what it means to be a Jedi Knight. More importantly, you'll know yourself.
Being a Jedi Knight is my calling. What else can the Masters tell me?
Many Padawans feel the same way until they face the trials. That's
So,
why releasing
I've
preconceived
decided to
notions
also,
is part of the Jedi Code.
Go with
There is no ignorance, there is knowledge.
different
Enter your training with an open
conversation
mind. You might
for this
surprise
character.
yourself. There's a speeder
Really
here that will
different
take you
from
to...
my
Hang
original
on. Getting an emergency
Jedi
signal.
Knight, the main Jedi Knight character. Decided to
Flesh
my
Raiders? Armed with
JK
blasters? He must
a
be
little bit more
mistaken.
spunk and a different personality.
Mistaken or not, that Padawan is under attack.
They've never come this close before. Flesh Raiders are a species of hostile natives. They're smart enough to use tools and violent beyond reason. I'm sending every able-bodied Jedi down to the Padawan training grounds right away. Especially you.
Well, leave your comments in the comment section to let me know what you'd like to know more about SWTOR, if this is your first time playing, or what kind of new things you'd like to discover about SWTOR after returning from a many-year hiatus.
What makes me any better than the others?
You've been trained for dangers like this. I know I can count on you. Take the speeder outside to the training grounds, push back the Flesh Raiders, and find out if they're really using advanced weapons. Go. I'll catch up with you after I alert the Jedi Council. May the Force be with you.
Okay, there is this theme for those that are returning to Star Wars game. I'm just gonna go launch this real quick. I'm not gonna do this now, but I'll do it sometime later in the game, and I'll show it to you how it works. But just want to give you a brief introduction to this theme. Basically now, as regardless of the class you play, you can choose to have two subclasses. You could be a Guardian, and you could be a Shadow as well if you want to. You could be in fact, you could be a Jedi Knight Sentinel and also be a Juggernaut at the same time. So you're not. So if you want to have a Jedi Knight that has, or let's say you want to be a consular that is strong in the light side of the Force and is also able to shoot lightning from his or her fingers, then you can actually go ahead and create a Jedi consular Shadow, and also double up as a Jedi consular sorcerer. I'm going to show you how it works. So you can actually so for example, here I'm already a Sentinel. You can also choose to be a Sith assassin or Sith sorcerer at the same time. Basically, you get to play two subclasses at one go now, which again to me sounds so ridiculous and lame. I'm not going to do this now. I'll probably do it later on in a future video at some point in the game, and I'll do that in another episode. But for now, I'm just going to stick to one class and one subclass to make things easy for you guys. And from here on, I'm just going to shut my mouth for a while and just stick to the game. Oh wait, why am I here? I shouldn't be here. face. No idea why it's teleported into this nonsense. Okay, sorry guys, there's a huge problem in the game. I got transported to the fleet for no apparent reason. So now I have to walk all the way back to the starting point. Okay, so I'm going to need to So what I'm doing now is I'm borrowing credits so that I can take a transport back to the start point and start my game. Yes, for some forged reason I got transported to... See, once you click this, training the force thing, and automatically...
Greetings. You are cleared for the following travel routes. Be safe out there.
How generous of that player. Give me credits. Interesting. shut my mouth for a while and just focus on playing the game. Enjoy the show.
Padawan, come here, quickly. The training grounds are not safe today.
Knight Weller sent me to help with the Flesh Raiders. I'm combat trained and ready to help.
The Force is with us. Few Padawans here can make that claim. The Flesh Raiders moved into the training grounds, organized and ready, attempting to isolate various groups of Padawans. There's a group of students in the hills we lost track of. They're not combat trained.
Just let me know what's required. I'm here to help.
I've got a beacon here. If you can find the Padawans and set the beacon, we'll send an evac shuttle as fast as we can. A group of Jedi from the temple is headed this way, but maybe not fast enough. May the Force be with you.
Normally I set my I usually open up my extended quick bars so I have more space. I'm able to, you know, have a wider selection of abilities, and although I don't really need it now, but at some point I will. So I like, you know, some people may not like to have this sort of user interface, but I like to have my extended quick bars from the very beginning, so I kind of get used to this sort of setting from the get-go. So let's see what abilities I've got. You'll notice by now, for returning players, you no longer have to choose. For those that may not, for those that played in 2011, you would know that in the past you had to be very active about what form you wish to play. But right now, you no longer have to do that. You're automatically in Shijo form, and you also no longer have to buff up. You no longer have to use the buffer. You're automatically buffed. So in fact, not just for one class, you've got the buffs of all the 4 classes. Oh wait, sorry. That's because I've completed all the classes. Sorry about that. Okay, let's see what I've missed out. Abilities if I go quick travel. There I got rocket boost. I got that from my legacy. I'll talk about legacy in the next, probably the next episode or something. Let's go kill some flesh raiders, shall we?
You're unharmed. Good. Flesh Raider shot me in the leg while I was rescuing some Padawans. Don't know where these things got blasters, but I know how to use them. I've been evacuated to a med center, but the fighting isn't over.
I was expecting reinforcements by now.
Some are already here, but Flesh Raiders keep pouring in. That's why I'm calling. Another Padawan found a cave tunnel the Flesh Raiders used to enter this valley. I need you at that tunnel, making sure the Flesh Raiders don't get any more reinforcements through it.
Not sure what you expect me to do by myself.
You won't be alone long. Master Orgus Din is on his way there too. We need to end this conflict before anyone else gets hurt. Find the tunnel along the mountain range. May the Force be with you.
How's he looking?
He should be resting in the Jedi Temple, but if you're determined to press on, I can help him along.
Give him the last of the Kolto if you have to. We'll fight again soon. Hey! Good to see another Padawan alive out here. You're lucky those creatures haven't caught you yet.
I've been searching for you. What happened out here?
Knew they'd sent rescuers.
We came seeking knowledge of the Jedi Code. The Flesh Raiders interrupted our trial.
Never fought like that in my life. We killed it, but Jaredin was badly injured.
I thought you didn't have combat training. The Masters wanted you out of harm's way.
We're not warriors. Besides, it is not the Jedi way to seek revenge.
That's your opinion, Meneus. It's not what we decided. Training or not, a bunch of animals won't keep us from becoming Jedi.
Isn't she right? Jedi don't give up, do they?
She is wrong. Remember the Jedi Code. There is no passion. There is serenity.
That's enough, Meneus. If you want to help us, we could use you. Help make the Flesh Raiders pay.
You're walking a dangerous path. You and your friends need to get back to camp while you still can.
But we're so close to finishing the trial.
No, we are not. I see you have a signal beacon. Leave it for us, and as soon as we have gathered our things, we will signal for a ride back.
So for those of you who do not know, who will notice now that if you've been playing the Jedi Knight Guardian, you will notice by now that it's a little different from the Sentinel, because for the Guardian it's very easy to build focus. So what is that? For the Jedi Knight you need focus to actually, you know, in combat to use certain abilities, okay, and you need to charge up your focus to be able to use some of these abilities. But in Sentinel it's a little tougher. It's not as simple as the Guardian. It might take a while longer to actually build the focus for the Jedi Knight Sentinel.
Stop struggling, Padawan. Your life was over the moment you set foot here. Because the Order must evolve, and you are weak.
What's this all about?
You are dangerous. You killed my soldiers. Not attacking, cleansing. And we have only begun.
Lay down your weapons. I don't want to hurt you.
The old order is dead. Long live the new order.
You two all right? What happened here? Thank the Force that you're both safe. This man's no Jedi. At least not one of us.
He organized the attack on the training grounds. Called the Flesh Raiders his soldiers.
I warned the Council these natives aren't mindless beasts. This is proof. This lightsaber, there's something familiar about it. Strange. You held off all these attackers by yourself with only a practice saber. Impressive.
I followed my instincts, that's all.
They served you well. This battle's over, but we don't want any more Flesh Raiders coming through here. That should hold them back for now.
I want to learn how to do that.
Well, spend a few decades practicing, and you'll pick it up in no time. Not yet. I'll get you to a med center. You seem all right to travel alone. Report to the Jedi Council.
I only just arrived on Tython. Where am I going?
Follow the path leading out of this valley. You'll find the Jedi Temple through the mountain pass. See you there.
Alright, before I go, there's one last thing I need to tell all the returning players. So BioWare decided to do this really stupid thing, pardon my language, whereby you now have to pay credits to use quick travel, which to me is really ridiculous. It cost me 618 credits to use quick travel. So if you don't have the credits, then you've got to walk out. Which is really silly. I don't know why BioWare keeps coming up with stupid ideas that make no sense.
The beacon worked, and a rescue speeder is on its way. You really came through for those Padawans.
Want to lose players. Correct. Anyway, that's my opinion. I don't know about you guys, and it's just really silly for me.
There were flesh raiders at every turn. I'm sure many of them are still out there.
Don't worry, we've got experienced Jedi on the way. You probably want to get back to your tribes. Again, thank you, and may the Force be with you. Humwaka. Womi Topi.
Padawan. I'm Satil Shan, leader of the Jedi Council. I'd like to speak privately with you before we meet with the others.
Have I done something wrong?
No, and don't worry, this will be an informal meeting. Come to my meditation room in the temple. We'll talk there. Welcome, Padawan. The temple is already buzzing with accounts of your heroism in the training grounds. Master Orgus told me you battled flesh raiders, and a Force user armed with a lightsaber. It must have been a disturbing confrontation. Are you all right?
Don't worry about me.
I admire your composure, but have you truly searched your feelings about this? Taking a life affects the living Force, and the one who does the killing. This is why Jedi enter battles calmly, with reason. Emotions like fear and anger lead to the dark side.
I can control my feelings no matter what I'm facing.
As the Jedi Code teaches us, there is no emotion, there is peace. Remember those words when times are darkest. And take this. The Code is a source of strength, but some backup never hurts. I'll see you soon in the Council chambers.
Okay, so I'm just going to call it tonight and log out from here. It might be daylight in somewhere wherever you guys are, but it's 4 AM in Singapore.
Nice to see customers. Can I get you anything?
Thank you all for tuning in, and I look
Feel
forward
free to
to
browse.
you on the next. I'm looking forward to another episode of SWTOR live with you guys. And this is a Laughing Samurai signing out.